Hi everyone. Let me give you a few Lexis research tips today on some resources and features that we don't tend to use or show a lot in trainings. One of those things is Lexis Answers. You can actually type full questions in Lexis Advance and it will trigger Lexis Answers to provide you with a response to your question. I could actually type, "What are the elements of negligent infliction of emotional distress?" and that would trigger this. But I don't even have to go for questions, full questions. I can actually just type my terms. Negligent infliction of emotional distress, and down below it'll give me the suggested questions that we have available. What are the elements for negligent infliction of emotional distress? And when I click it, I'll get the response. Lexis Answers pop up here in the middle of the screen. To see all of it, we just click Show More, and that will also tell you what resource that answer came from. Off to the side here are my filters, and you'll notice that I am now in secondary materials. Let's take a look at some of the secondary materials that I don't show all the time that are still useful to students. We always talk about treatises under the category filter, and that is one that I tend to go to all the time and I encourage you to go to. But there are a lot more here below the fold when I click more that we can also get to, like expert analysis and restatements. If I click restatements, if I want to know the specific sources populating in my result set, I can go into one of those specific restatements right here and narrow to that particular source. Let's take a look at one of the resources on the screen. How about this one? Negligent conduct directly inflicting emotional harm to another. I want to point out that there's a lot of resources right here on the screen that we don't tend to highlight in trainings. One of them is the About This document box. You'll see this a lot in Lexis. You'll see it in secondary sources and you'll see it in cases. Always look to the right side of your screen for more resources that have to do with the topic you're looking at. And one of the best places you can go are these topic summaries. Now, you're not always going to find topic summaries in the About This document box, but when they're there, I like to think of them like my little jackpot. And just like when you're playing slot machines and you're in a bonus, you want to keep playing the bonus to find out what you ultimately win. So when I see a topic summary, I think of it like I'm in the bonus and we click to find out what we've won. I've got two topic summaries showing up. So I look through my paths and find the one that has to do with my topic. And this one's negligence, so let's come on in. Looks like we're still in the bonus and find out what we've won. In a topic summary, you'll get the definition, you'll get seminal cases and elements that help tell you more about that topic. You'll also get secondary sources and more. I can always click to California and all of that information will change: the definition, the seminal cases, and the elements based on California law. We can take a look at these elements and find out what case provided those elements to the topic summary and link right out to it. Once we're here, a lot of you know what to do when you're in a case, but let me remind you about Shepard's. There's some things in Shepard's that we don't cover a lot. We can take a quick look at Shepard's to find out if this case is good law, and it is. It actually has a green signal, meaning there's only been positive treatment to this case. Only good things have been said about this case. But we have another link here called Other Citing Sources, and that will bring up treatises and other secondary sources that are citing Gonzalez. So anything other than case law. This is a really helpful way to find more resources that talk about the case that you need. I can click Shepardize this document and come into the full Shepard's report for this case. Another thing that I don't tend to show a lot in class are other views of your Shepard's report. We're now looking at a list view, but I can look at my Shepard's report in a graph, in a grid view. This is how I can see how all the courts have treated my case in a nice pictorial view. Now, this case doesn't have a lot of states that have cited it. It's just a small California case. But if I was looking at Roe v. Wade, this grid view would be a really helpful way to see how all the courts have interpreted this case. I can actually click any of these boxes here, like this one, and find out which 8 cases gave Gonzalez positive treatment. Thanks for watching. Ask me any questions that you have.